Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news about an armed robbery. A woman was arrested in Greenville yesterday. Greenville police arrested 26-year-old Naneja Freeman. Now, Freeman is accused of trying to break into a townhouse on Sarah Rebecca Drive and threatening another woman with a gun, according to warrants. Now, warrants also say Freeman was attempting to get $50 from the woman. Freeman was charged with attempted breaking or entering a building and attempted robbery with a dangerous weapon. She was taken to the Pitt County Jail, where she faces a $200,000 bond. Now, we also want to turn our attention to the Lenoir County certification of the elections. And candidate Corla Blackwell is now claiming that the appeals window is still open. Now, Blackwell said yesterday she believed the ceremony should not have happened because her appeal window was still open. The woman wanted the November 4th city election thrown out, claiming there were multiple election irregularities. Now, Blackwell claims she was served the final agency decision electronically on December 22nd, while the state says that happened on December 19th. An online document WITN found appears to support Blackwell's claim. Now we're waiting for a response from the State Board of Elections to find out why there's a conflict with the two dates. And now we want to again highlight the ongoing situation in Venezuela as the country's leadership and who is running the country still remains in flux. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has more.
The Trump administration is ramping up its efforts to control Venezuela's oil, and the president is now reiterating that this will not be a short-term plan. The president signaling that the U.S. could be involved in Venezuela for years. In a new interview with the New York Times, the president was asked how long it could take, a few months, a year. The president saying it could be much longer. Now, the president also saying that he intends to rebuild Venezuela's oil industry, and when he was asked if he would insert American troops into the country if it blocked access to oil, he said, "I can't tell you that." Now, tensions over oil are playing out on the global stage. The United States seizing 2 oil tankers in the North Atlantic, posting video online. Now, in Colombia, there were protests yesterday protesting U.S. actions inside Venezuela. Also some counter demonstrations as well. But this all comes as President Trump had harsh words for Colombia's president earlier in the week, calling him a, quote, sick man. Well, overnight, the president revealing that he had a phone call with Gustavo Petro. He called it a great honor, that he appreciated the Colombian president's tone, and added that he plans to meet with him at the White House soon. Now, this all comes as President Trump has been rapidly upending American foreign policy that has been around for decades. The president now signing a memorandum ordering the U.S. to withdraw from 66 international organizations and bodies that he says are contrary to the interests of the United States, many of them associated with the United Nations. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Gabe, for that report. We now want to turn to your forecast. Right now, everything is still looking mostly sunny out there, but there is a thin film of clouds slowly starting to roll over eastern North Carolina skies. Here's a look at what I'm talking about. This is a view through our News River Cam in New Bern. Again, you can still see blue, but it has kind of a little bit of a cloudy, thin cloudy touch to it. Those clouds are really going to be thickening up more so tomorrow than today, but plan on again the sunshine slowly going away over the next really 48 hours. 63 degrees right now in New Bern. Easterly breeze coming in at about 7 miles per hour. As far as temperatures across the board, most of us still in the low, really upper 50s to low 60s, getting a little bit close to the mid 60s there. We've got 63 showing up in Kinston, Kenansville, Jacksonville, New Bern, and Stumpy Point. Right now, the coolest spot on the map is shared between Medio and Roanoke Rapids, both at 55 degrees. Winds out of the northeast blowing in at about 6 to 12 miles an hour. We do have a few areas a little bit outside of that range, but those winds still out of the northeast at this hour. We are anticipating those winds are going to be swinging around to the east and eventually over Friday, really the southeast to the southwest. and that's going to bring about more heat coming up for tomorrow. But for today, we're continuing to look at cloud cover building over the east. Certainly no rain showers coming out of those clouds. Models, again, have been indicating we could potentially see some rain coming up tomorrow. Still have yet to add that to the 8-day forecast, but may end up doing so if we continue to see those model trends hold through around 2 p.m. today. As far as what we've got currently outside, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings across parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas. You can see that boundary again showing not only severe thunderstorm warnings, but severe thunderstorm warnings that have the potential of becoming tornadic systems. So something to be concerned about for our western neighbors, but by the time that system reaches eastern North Carolina, it is not going to again be supporting any sort of severe weather. As you'll note, that cold front there is really going to be stretching out, turning a little bit more horizontally than vertically, and that really reduces the lift capability of the lift generation of that frontal boundary, and you need lift if you want to have severe weather. So good news in that regard, but we will again see a kind of a follow-up system kind of clear everything out. There you see those rain showers stretched across the state and looking a little bit more held together across Alabama and Mississippi. Thankfully, the mountains are going to do a pretty good job of disrupting that boundary. So for us, again, severe weather not a concern, but unfortunately the mountains may end up kind of soaking up a little bit more of the rain than what we'd like, because we certainly are in need of some raindrops. Right now, most of eastern North Carolina is either abnormally dry or under a moderate drought. Now, later we're coming up for tomorrow. Again, chance of maybe a few morning sprinkles, kind of coastal stuff, really hit and miss. But then later in the evening, model runs continue to show, again, more of a wet pattern. So, again, have yet to add this to the 8-day forecast, but do at least want to let you know that it is a possibility. We may end up putting about a 20% chance of rain tacked onto Friday, more so Friday evening than Friday during the day. Now, Saturday, 30% chance of rain. Now that's going to be going up to around a 50 to 60% chance overnight Saturday night into Sunday. And then once the whole system clears the coast, air temperatures fall. 76 degrees. Excuse me. There on Saturday, 65 on Sunday, 47 on Monday. Well, that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour.